Catching up with Grizzly quarterback Dalton Sneed here in Spokane, leading his team through summer workouts, getting ready for the opener August 31st against South Dakota. Dalton, before we really get into the ins and the outs of the team, your thoughts on just being here in Spokane and being able to represent the Grizzlies?
Tremendous honor just to represent our football team and our university as a whole, especially with a guy like Dante, who's a main focal point here. He's awesome to be with and a great player. So I'm just happy to be here and like you're saying, represent our university.
The merit that's put in preseason polls is up and down, no matter who you talk to. Grizzlies picked 4th and 5th, no matter where you look. So just your take on where your team was picked throughout from what you did last year and leading up to this season.
Yeah, there's a lot of great teams here in the Big Sky, and I think that our record last year obviously isn't where we want it to be. There's a lot of games I feel that we left out there that we didn't finish in, didn't take care of. So that obviously led us to being picked right there kind of in the middle of the pack. So little motivation for us. There's a lot of great teams, like I said, in the Big Sky, and we're just ready to get out there and compete and show what we got this year.
Player-run practices in the summer are always a mixed bag of results. Leadership is a big difference, I would think, with this Grizzly team this year. So give us the update. How did those player-run practices go that you were at the helm of?
They're going phenomenal. I think that the greatest teams out there are teams that can honestly run themselves. If players are all bought in, you get out there, put your nose to the grindstone and get to work, you get better, and that's what we've really been doing. Every player's bought in, everybody's been showing up, working their tail off, so couldn't ask for a better group of guys to be out there working with.
And we've talked about this throughout the course of our time in Spokane, but the biggest difference from this year to last year for you, at this time, July, you're kind of rolling into it, okay, what's going to happen with Grizzly football? Now you know kind of what's ahead of you this year, so how does it feel different for you this time around?
I think just the whole identity and mentality of the football team. Everybody knows the physical toll it takes on your body, but as far as the mentality going in that Coach Houck has really been trying to instill at us is really developed at a whole nother level in what he expects in us. And I think the whole team's embodied that in a great way, and we're getting in the spot we want to be heading into fall camp.
Leadership's so key. Dante Olson, you mentioned him. He's also here in Spokane. But your guys' relationship, both on and off the field, what's it like? Because you two are obviously faces of the program in a sense where people recognize you. So what's the relationship between you two like, but maybe 20 questions aside?
Oh, man. There's so many words for it just because it's when we both get on the field, we're such tremendous competitors, and we love getting at it. We'll get chippy with each other sometimes, but when we get back in that locker room, we'll mess around, have a great time. So it's really business, professional. We like getting it after with each other, but definitely like having fun. Dante's an amazing athlete and even better person off the field.
You're around these guys all the time. You saw the progression firsthand last year with the offensive line. So now this year, it was talked about a lot. Those guys have been under the microscope. How do you feel, at least confidence-wise, with the progression of the offensive line coming into this year?
They're doing a tremendous job. They're always up before even player-run practices. They're there early watching film, trying to hone in on their craft. And, you know, they get a lot of criticism, especially from last year, and in part where it shouldn't be. Because there's a lot of times, you know, with the schemes and the blocking stuff we have, there are guys that are coming free that they're not responsible for, that I'm responsible for, and then they get the grunt of it and get the criticism for it. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that they're honing in, and they're doing a tremendous job. Weight room, film room, everything. I couldn't be happier having a better group of guys in front of me protecting me.
And I know that when you look at film or get ready for the game plan each week, you have to love the wide receiving corps that you have around you with all of the weapons. Sammy Akem, Samori Toure, Jerry Louis McGee, Gabe Solser, Colin Big. I could keep going down the list. But what's it like for you to know you have so many options you can trust on that, guys, maybe the hardest challenge for you is getting the ball to everybody?
Right, exactly. We have so many different playmakers, and everybody has a different tool that they bring. That's what's so great about our offense. You know, there's never people all around the country will talk about KYP, know your personnel, but you know, for us, it doesn't really matter at that point because I trust every single guy wholeheartedly out there. The guy who's open is going to get the ball. At least I'm going to try my best to do that. But yeah, we have tremendous athletes, weapons all around the board, and couldn't. Like I said, you know, couldn't be happier playing with a better group of guys.
As you guys go through the grind, Dalton, July, August, the dog days of summer, the dog days of fall camp, what are some of the things that excite you most about this season, that get you through that grind, whether it's the crowd at Washington Grizzly Stadium, a certain game on the schedule? What gets you through that grind at the end?
I would say the guys in the locker room around us. Just being such a tight-knit brotherhood, you know, because it is a grind. It's mentally and physically taxing. But when you know you have guys around you with everybody has the same goal in mind and is out there competing day in and day out, it's what really pushes you. Because, you know, as iron sharpens iron, another man sharpens another. So we push each other day in and day out, and that's just the thing I look forward to most, is getting out there and battling with my brothers.
As does everyone else in Grizz Nation. Grizzly football, a tight-knit group with this guy leading the way. Dalton Sneed and Grizzly football will take the field in August.